Hey, all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to another TNI news video. And for today's video, we're going to be recapping all the latest action figure news for the week ending on September 7th. And we've got a lot to go over today, so let's jump right into it. All right, so let's start off with news on the Marvel front. So last week we saw the made to pre-order Marvel Legends Dragon Man be made available again on Hasbro Pulse. Now, it was not something you could easily buy. A lot of people had problems. They had to log out or log back in. But for a day, maybe not even a full day, Dragon Man was once again available. And this was something, I guess, planned because I saw Dan Young on his social media let folks know that there were limited quantities available. So I don't know if this is something where they just had like cancellations or they made extras. And so now they were selling those or what. But it does kind of go against the whole, if you don't get your pre-order in the set window, you won't be able to get it again, except for maybe on the secondary market. So whether we see that with other made to pre-order items going forward, like the upcoming X-Men Sentinel or the Mephisto figure, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But again, the Dragon Man figure, which was the first made to pre-order Marvel Legend figure that Hasbro did last year, was briefly available again on Hasbro Pulse this past week. Now, speaking of that X-Men 97 Sentinel, which was the second made to pre-order item, there has been a delay on that shipping to folks. Originally, that was going to start shipping out to folks this coming October. You remember it was offered last October. They had it on display at New York Comic Con. And again, they made it available on Hasbro Pulse with that window, that pre-order window last October. But now it looks like that figure is going to start shipping out to folks in December. I don't know, there really wasn't a reason given, probably delays with shipping and tariffs and all that, I'm guessing. But again, if that is something that you had pre-ordered last year, you probably got the email, but just in case you didn't, just know that likely that is not going to ship out to you until December of this year, as opposed to October, which was the original date given. Now, keeping it with Hasbro and Marvel Legends, this past week, Hasbro revealed what they are calling their fall convention exclusive. So we had seen the convention exclusives for other brands, including G.I. Joe Classified with the Pythona figure. Star Wars is going to see two different fall exclusives, one for Vintage Collection with the Spirit 3-pack, and then a Black Series 2-pack with Emperor Palpatine. Or not Emperor Palpatine, but Chancellor Palpatine, and you get the extra head where, after he fights Mace Windu. And then the second figure in that 2-pack, of course, is Mace Windu, so you can recreate their big battle in the third Star Wars movie, Revenge of the Sith. So those are your two Star Wars ones. And I should note with the G.I. Joe Pythona, that one's going to cost you $40. With the Star Wars Black Series 2-pack, that one's going to be $60. The Vintage Collection 3-pack is going to be $49.99 or $50. There's also a Transformer exclusive, the Transformer Generations Armada Nemesis Prime and Air Defense Minicon team who create Starsaber. So that one is going to cost you $75. And then, as I said, this past weekend, they revealed their Marvel Legend exclusive with the Super Scroll. They did not give a price on that one, so I can't tell you how much that one is going to cost. But again, we get Super Scroll, which I think looks pretty good. I think this is reusing the Build-A-Figure that they did previously. It comes in the same kind of packaging we saw with that Death's Head figure, which recreates from the Marvel trading cards. So you get the translucent Human Torch legs with this one. You don't get regular legs. That's the big difference, I would say, between the Build-A-Figure and this one. You get multiple heads, multiple hands. You get a stretchy arm. I believe the Build-A-Figure was invisible to recreate Invisible Woman's powers. There's nothing on this figure that recreates her abilities, but you get the stretchy arm for Reed Richards. You get the other arm which is partially done in Thing Rock to recreate his strength. You get a flame effect to go along with the flame legs, so you can recreate the Human Torch. So as I said, that is going to be offered at fall conventions, which right now the only two that they've named are New York Comic Con and MCM London. So if you want to mark your calendars, New York Comic Con is going to be the first convention in October. That's going to take place 9th through the 12th. And then MCM London is going to be later in the month on October 24th through the 26th. Now, all of these exclusives are supposed to have some limited availability on Hasbro Pulse sometime after these conventions. So I'm thinking maybe November 1st. That's just purely a guess on my part. But again, limited availability of these online for those who don't attend the conventions. Now, how quickly they sell out, will they even last, as long as, usually you have the hour for premium members, and then after that it's available to everybody. But, as we saw at San Diego, some of those exclusives sold out before the premium window closed. So I don't know if it'll be the same case. I think the Pythona figure will be very popular. Maybe the Marvel Legends and the Black Series, I guess even the Vintage Collection. But I feel like probably the most popular of these, at least for me, is going to be the Pythona for G.I. Joe Classified, followed by the Super Scroll for Marvel Legends. And then also it was announced this past week, Hasbro released their panel schedule for New York Comic Con. So this is something we generally don't see from Hasbro. Generally at New York Comic Con, they have a special event for media the first day or the day before New York Comic Con even begins. But they generally don't have a huge actual presence at New York Comic Con. But this year it looks a little bit different. Sounds like they're going to have a booth, they're going to have the exclusives, and they're also going to have two panels. So the first panel will be on Thursday, October 9th, starting at 11 a.m. That will be the Star Wars and Marvel panel, so the Disney brands. And then the second panel that Hasbro's doing at New York Comic Con will come on Friday. That's October 10th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And that will cover G.I. Joe Classified, Transformers, and Ghostbusters is also mentioned in the description. So I don't know how much new Ghostbuster stuff they'll have on hand or announce, but maybe another Haslab, I don't know. But again, Ghostbusters, Transformers, and G.I. Joe panel will be taking place on that Friday. And we will have full coverage of everything at New York Comic Con. So I should be attending it myself this year. So be sure to check out the websites and of course here on YouTube for complete coverage of all of that. One other quick note on the Hasbro front I wanted to share with you, especially in regards to Marvel, is it looks like we are getting an official price hike from Hasbro. They are raising the MSRP on their standard 6-inch Marvel Legend figures. Originally it was $24.99. It is now going to be $27.99. So, I'm sure it's likely due to tariffs, or at least that's what they're going to say it's due to. And we've seen retailers themselves, individual retailers, adjusting their prices to try and compensate for tariff fees and everything in recent months. But this is an actual MSRP increase across the board. So again, this is for standard Marvel Legend figures. I don't know if we're going to see price increases on things like deluxes or 2-packs or, maximum figures. It's quite possible, but I don't have any information beyond just the standard Marvel Legend MSRP, which again, going forward, it started with the Emperor Doom figure that went up for pre-order. And and this isn't just Marvel Legends. It includes standard Black Series figures and G.I. Joe Classified as well. As far as like Transformers, that's a totally different group of categories. So I haven't seen anything on prices on those. But again, I wouldn't be shocked if we see some price increases with Transformers as well. But as I said, as of right now, I can tell you that standard 6-inch collector figures from Hasbro are going up in price across the board. MSRP now, as I said, will be $27.99. This coming week, this Tuesday, the 9th at 11 a.m., Hasbro will be holding a fan stream with the Marvel Legend brand team, and we should be getting reveals during that. So, and pre-orders, the first Marvel Legend pre-orders from that fan stream should be Wednesday on the 10th. And it looks like those will be a second wave of mini comic figures. So these have not yet been confirmed by Hasbro, but this wave looks like it's going to consist of the Rachel Summers Excalibur Phoenix figure that they revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, along with the X-Force Pharaoh figure. So again, they revealed those figures officially, but they did not say how they would be released. But I believe they will be part of this next mini comic wave. The wave should also see it's a 6-figure wave, no Build-A-Figure, has the little mini comic accessories like we saw with Wave 1. The other figures will be Daredevil, which I believe will be a Shadowland version of Daredevil, Black Widow, which I believe will be a Yelena version and probably in white, I'm guessing. Beast, which I believe will be based on Astonishing X-Men. You know, they did an Astonishing X-Men Beast back in the day, but we're gonna looks like get an updated version. And then the final figure in this wave is going to be some type of Silver Surfer figure. We've gotten a number of Silver Surfer figures from Hasbro in recent years, so I don't know how this one will be different. I don't know. It could be a World War Hulk version with gladiator gear. It could be a female comic book based Silver Surfer. I don't know. But Silver Surfer of some type should be the 6-figure in this wave. And as I said, this should be going up for pre-order next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday as you're watching this. At 1 p.m. Eastern time, and it should be available pretty much everywhere that carries Marvel Legends, including, of course, our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Now, other things going up for pre-order in September for Marvel Legends. So it looks like we might be getting a Marvel Legend pre-order on September 18th. That's a Thursday. I'm going to say this is likely going to be some type of 2-pack, possibly information I've seen, and I have about 80% certainty on this, that it is going to be a Gladiator Deathbird 2-pack. So not something that Hasbro has announced or shown yet. I believe it's just going to be comic book based, not like X-Men 97. But and like I say, I'm about 80% certain that that is what the pre-order on September 18th is going to be. And then also on the 16th, I believe we might be getting a pre-order for another role play item from Marvel Legends, Daredevil's Mask. So if these are things that are going up for pre-order this month, I suspect these will be things that they reveal during the fan stream. So the Daredevil Mask and the 2-pack, again, about 80% certainty. The mini comic wave, about 95% certain, which again will be going up for pre-order the day after the fan stream on the 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And the price on those mini comic figures will be using that new MSRP of $27.99. All right, now let's keep it with Hasbro, but not Marvel Legends related, but we're getting some new Fantastic Four First Step products that have started to hit physical stores and have seen some availability online as well. So first of all, for Titan series, we have Galactus. That's actually available for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So, if you've been wanting a First Steps Galactus, I wouldn't say it scales great with 6-inch figures, better with 4-inch figures, but, you still might want to get it. It's cheap, or comparatively cheap. It's going to cost you about $20. So that, again, is available for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and again, I believe it started hitting physical stores. And then to go along with that, kind of for 4-inch figures for their Epic Heroes line, we are getting the Fantastic Car, which will come with a Thing figure without a shirt. And then to go along with that, a box set of 4-inch figures featuring the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, which has one stretchy alternate arm, Human Torch in Flame On mode with the translucent plastic and a flame effect, the Thing with a shirt, wearing a shirt, so unlike the one that comes with the car, this one has the shirt on, Invisible Woman done in completely transparent plastic, Herbie as well, and then a little baby Franklin Richard. So again, that box set, which has not yet gone up for pre-order, I'm not sure if that's hit physical stores yet or not, but it should be going up, available at places like Entertainment Earth, Amazon probably, in the fairly near future. If you're into the Sentinel fighting armor line, we have a new Marvel figure, the Hulkbuster, that's available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. This is supposed to be released in March 2026 and is going to cost you about $215. This figure is going to stand about 10.24 inches tall. You get the Hulkbuster, you get 4 missile launchers, you get 4 big connector joints, you get 4 small connector joints, 2 joint arms for the back, and a head part. So you can open up the main helmet and the chest to reveal a mini Iron Man figure inside, which is not removable. But again, if you've been collecting these fighting armor figures from Sentinel, this is one that you might want to check out. And as I said, it is available for pre-order at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. If you're into Transformers, you've probably heard of Blokees figures. They're like little snap model kit figures. They've been doing a lot of Transformer stuff, but they are now branching out into Marvel and Star Wars. So there was an overseas event where they released some pictures of the figures they had on display. For Marvel, they had these are based on the Rivals video game. I want to say these stand about 4 inches, five tops, but you've got Venom, Spider-Man, um, uh, an armored figure, prototypes. The armored figure is Penny Parker, so you get the armored version, and then you get her outside the armor, Rocket Raccoon with his big guns, and then also from Deadpool and Wolverine as part of what they call the champion class, we see their Deadpool and Wolverine figures on display. So these have not been made available for pre-order anywhere here in the United States. I don't have any kind of pre-order information on these at this time, but places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth do carry the Transformer ones. So unless there's some licensing issue, I would imagine they'll carry the Marvel and Star Wars ones. And when we jump over to Star Wars, I'll tell you more about those. And then the final thing I wanted to share with you on the Marvel front is it's been revealed that this coming week, the third week for the Target Fall Geek-Out event, week 2 was this past Friday, and I'll tell you what went up during that in just a minute. But this coming Friday, we are going to get a McFarlane drop. And right now, it just looks like it's going to be one Marvel collectible figure, Iceman, based on Marvel Tales issue 228. This will be an autograph version, which means it comes with an autograph card with Todd's signature. It is based on Todd's artwork. He did the cover for that Marvel Tales 228. And as I said, this will be going up this coming Friday at 9 a.m. on the Target website. I imagine there will be a non-autograph version available everywhere. I think just the autograph version is exclusive to Target, but and I don't know if the non-autograph version will also go up this coming Friday. I haven't seen anything to suggest that, but definitely the autograph version will be available this coming Friday on the Target website at 9 a.m. And that's Friday, September 12th. All right, now let's jump into some Star Wars news. We have a new Hot Toys figure. This is based on the Clone Wars. It is Sergeant Hound with his massive, which has a detailed harness that is included with it. The jaw is articulated on the creature as well. The figure is going to include 7 interchangeable hands, a utility belt with cama and holsters, a blaster rifle, and 2 blaster pistols. And then, as I said, the massive creature has the harness, a metal chain leash, and a handle. And of course, like with all Hot Toys, the figure will have a figure stand. This is available for pre-order now at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. The cost of it is $320, and it's supposed to be released in December 2026. And then going back to those Blokees figures, here's a look at the Star Wars ones that were on display at that overseas event. So you can see Darth Vader and Stormtroopers from Empire Strikes Back. And then from the Mandalorian series, we've got 9 different figures, including the Mandalorian himself, Grogu, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, the armor, Stormtrooper and Flame Trooper and Moff Gideon in armor, just to name a few of them. So again, Blokees is branching out for both Marvel and Star Wars with these snap model kit type figures. And they are articulated. Again, I think they stand between 4 and 5 inches tall. And unless there's licensing issues preventing any U.S. retailers from carrying these, I'm going to say that at some point, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth will have these available for pre-order. For you Lego fans, we've got official images for that Collector Series Death Star playset. This will be available starting on October 4th. You'll be able to get it at the Lego shop. I imagine Amazon will have it as well. Now, this one I think is going to be the most expensive Lego set done at general retail, which is this one's going to cost you $999 or essentially $1,000. It does have 9,023 pieces. It will include 38 minifigures. The height of this one is said to be about 28 inches, the width 32 inches, and the depth 11 inches. So it is essentially just kind of the middle section of the Death Star.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
It has a hangar, which includes a shuttlecraft. There is also a separate Lego set that you can get, the Imperial hangar rack set that you can also put in this Death Star. So you can also have a TIE fighter in the hangar. So both those sets, again, are going to be available in October. Definitely not cheap, but if you've been wanting a cool Death Star Lego playset, this is one that you might want to check out. For Black Series, we had a few Halloween figures made available online this past week. So at Target is the Halloween edition Imperial Royal Guard. Last time I checked, it was still available on Target's website. And then available at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth is the Dathmore Witch Halloween edition figure. It was briefly on Amazon, but I don't think it's currently available there, but again, you can pre-order that one at Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And then the final thing on the Star Wars front I wanted to share with you, we are heading into the final day of the Star Wars Vintage Collection Haslab for that Republic gunship. As you're watching this video, we're probably going to be under 24 hours. As I'm filming this video, we are just over a day. And right now we're sitting at 5,866 backers. It needs 8,000 minimum in order to go into production, which I still think is probably likely in the final hours of this campaign, but we'll just have to wait and see. Cost, of course, is $449.99. So if you want to back it, now's the time to do it. But again, we'll have to see if it actually meets the minimum funding goal. As I'm filming this, as I said, it is not. But as I've been saying for some time, I suspect it wouldn't reach the minimum funding goal until the last hours when they start putting in all the overseas orders and stuff. Then I think it will at least get over the 8,000. Whether it gets to beyond that to any of the stretch goals, that I don't know. But I still feel somewhat confident that this will at least reach the minimum funding goal of 8,000. Now, for your Transformer fans, just a quick update. So this past week, briefly on Big Bad Toy Store, you were able to pre-order the new Transformers Dramatic Capture Series Decepticon Part 2 4-pack. That featured Skywarp and the Insecticons. And then also the Missing Link Ultra Magnus was available briefly. But looks like maybe Big Bad Toy Store had just jumped the gun a little bit. Because they were the only U.S. retailer that had those available. As of right now, they are no longer available to purchase on Big Bad Toy Store, and they are available overseas, I believe. They went up on September 5th, and we should be seeing these available here in the United States, but I'm not exactly sure what the official U.S. pre-order date on these are. But again, they are coming to the U.S. if you want to add them to your collection. If you saw them last week on Big Bad Toy Store, you're able to pre-order them. I'm sure they will still honor those pre-orders. And then when the official date comes, I'm sure they will have them relisted for you guys. Okay, now let's jump into McFarlane toy news. So this past week, we had several new pre-orders. We had the new wave of Walking Dead 5-inch figures go up for pre-order this past week. They are still currently available at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. This wave is going to include Rick Grimes, Morgan Jones, and Gas Mask Zombie. So again, that wave, it's Series 3 of their new 5-inch Walking Dead figures, is available for pre-order now. We also had a new round of NFL figures. These are 7-inch figures, minimal articulation. These are available at places like McFarlane Toy Store, and Entertainment Earth also has these. So this wave includes versions of Josh Allen, AJ Brown, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels from the Commanders, and Saquon Barkley. So again, those are available for pre-order now. Also, if you're into NFL stuff, they have a new statue, a 1/6 scale statue that's available for pre-order. You can get it at places like Entertainment Earth, and that is based on the Kansas City Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes. And they lost their first game this past week. This coming week, it's going to be a Super Bowl rematch. Their second game, they're going to be playing the Philadelphia Eagles, which I hope they actually win, because I'm a Washington Commanders fan, and anyone who can beat the Eagles, I'm all for it. Other pre-orders this past week included a new Poison Ivy statue from DC Direct for their CoverGirl series, and then also 3 new Batman cowls, the 1/3 scale ones from Batman and Robin, Dark Knight Returns, and Court of Owls mask. We had some new rumored listings that have popped up on overseas distributors. So these have not all been officially confirmed by McFarlane Toys. Some of them have. Were announced at San Diego Comic-Con, but not all of them. I'm not going to read over the entire list. You can go over to TNI and read it if you want, or you can just pause this video and read the list here. Probably the thing that stood out to me the most is not a surprise, but we are getting a reissue for the DC Direct Batcave playset that does light up. You can actually plug it in and keep it lit up all the time. This is again from Batman the Animated Series, was originally released by DC Direct before McFarlane took them over. But not a surprise because they've been reissuing all those Batman the Animated Series vehicles and stuff that DC directed, several years ago. So that is getting a reissue. Also for DC Multiverse, we're getting Ice from Fire and Ice, Welcome to Smallville. We're getting Superman from Superman the Authority, new Wally West Flash from Justice League New World Order, Rocket Red from Justice League Generation Lost. We're also getting a Static Shock figure, which is a gold label figure that'll be available at the McFarlane store. And we are getting some new collector edition figures, Elongated Man from Identity Crisis, Cosmic Boy from Final Crisis, Professor Pig, Black Hawk from DC Classic, and Zatanna, which that's one that they announced during San Diego Comic-Con. The Commando Penguin pack from Batman Returns, that looks like is going to be some type of gold label store exclusive. It was not mentioned to be a store exclusive, just a deluxe figure at the conventions, but it is listed here as a gold label, which means it's going to be offered somewhere exclusively. I'm going to guess probably the McFarlane store, but I don't know that for sure. So the other figures I imagine are going to be general releases: the Penguin, Shrek, Catwoman, and Batman. The Duck vehicle is going to be a GameStop exclusive. And then for upcoming pre-orders, it was announced this weekend on September 17th as a general release. We're going to be getting Dr. Midnight from the Justice Society of America. This is one that they announced at San Diego Comic-Con. That is going to be going up again on September 17th at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. We're also going to get the Batman with Mobius chair. That is going to be a McFarlane store exclusive. So that will also be going up on September 17th, but that will be exclusive to the McFarlane store. And then on the 18th, it was announced that we are going to be getting pre-orders for the Batman Earth 2 Society DC Multiverse figure. And along with that one, Batgirl and Black Mask as Batman Beneath the Mask. So that's a new one. But again, all 3 of those are supposed to be going up for pre-order on the 18th. I will tell you, at San Diego Comic-Con, other figures that they announced were Batman from Batman Incorporated, the Static Shock figure, which, as I said, was going to be a McFarlane store exclusive, a Starman figure, which was going to be a Red Platinum release, and then Scarecrow and the Riddler. So as I'm filming this, the ones I just named before, the Batgirl, the Black Mask Batman, and the Batman Earth 2 figures are definitely going up on the 18th. I don't know if any of these others that were announced at Comic-Con will be going up for pre-order. Since these aren't going up until the 18th, they might wait and announce additional ones going up that day. But as I'm filming this right now, just count on the 3, and we'll have to find out when the others will be available at some later time. Switching over to NECA Toys, we've got some pre-orders coming up on September 9th. So that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Garfield, and Odie 2-pack that they showed off at San Diego Comic-Con, that's going to be going up on the 9th. Remember, Boss Fight Studio also has their own version that's already available for pre-order, but NECA's is going up for pre-order on September 9th. Now, it's not 100% clear whether this will be available everywhere or just on the NECA store. I believe it will be available everywhere, but when they posted about it, they only mentioned the NECA store, but that's something NECA's been doing more and more. So again, I think they'll be available everywhere, but likely go up earlier in the day on the NECA store, and then later in the afternoon at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Also on the 16th, we are supposed to be getting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 turtle figures. Again, not entirely clear whether those will be available everywhere or just on the NECA store. But just like with the Garfield 2-pack, I'm expecting these will be available everywhere.
Your skills are impressive. But they will not save you.
And then going up on Target's website, not available for actual purchase yet, but we do get official images for the 2012 Shredder figure. So I don't think this is a Target exclusive, but again, they do currently have it listed with the price of $37.99. As far as I know of, it was never actually available for purchase, but possibly along with the Turtles will go up later this month. So keep an eye out for that if you're into the 2012 animated series figures. Again, definitely the Turtles on the 16th, and right now at least Shredder is listed on Target's website. Now let's jump over to Mattel. So the Masters of the Universe Snake Lair playset, that campaign ended last week. It ended with 6,576 backers, so it did not reach its stretch goal. It needed 8,000 backers to include the priest figure. So if you backed it before the 14th, you'll get the Lady Slither figure, and you'll get the Chimera and the other accessories for the playset. If you backed it after the 14th of August, then you will not get the Lady Slither figure, just the Chimera, two-headed horse, and the other accessories. But again, nobody's going to be getting the Priest Pythonus Origins figure, even though they did extend the campaign several days. Originally, it was going to end on the 28th, and they extended it to the end of September 2nd. It did not reach the 8,000 needed to unlock that stretch goal. But if you did back that campaign, you will at least get the play set and the other stuff. And this isn't the first time Mattel has failed to reach a stretch goal with Masters of the Universe. You may recall in 2022 with their Eternia playset, they also failed to unlock the Origins Keklar figure. So that was another one that did not end up going into production. So whether Keklar or the Pythonus Priest end up ever going into production in some other way, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And in other Mattel news, this past week going up on Target was the newest Hammond Collection figures, 3 new dinosaurs, all of which are currently sold out now on Target's website. These will be available at physical stores at some point. I don't know if they'll be made available again online. Every month they do at the gate drops for Jurassic Park. And again, this month it was 3 new Hammond Collection dinosaurs. All right, so now let's jump over to Jada Toys. So in last Monday's recap video, I actually forgot to tell you about the new Street Fighter 2 Cammy Player 2 figure that is being offered as an Entertainment Earth exclusive that went up for pre-order. It is still available, so if you weren't aware that it was up for pre-order, it is. Again, it is being offered as an Entertainment Earth exclusive for $32.99. You might see this available at other retailers at some point. As I understand it, Entertainment Earth was offering this through their wholesaler side of the business to other retailers, but technically it is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. So Cammy in the silver outfit, again, $32.99, supposed to be released in November of this year.
It's a special CBS Friday. I am alive! Everyone's favorite snowman, Frosty, is back.
And then having gone up for pre-order this past week is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, the Frosty the Snowman figure. So this is a 1/12 scale figure. Frosty has various accessories, his top hat, his corn pipe, his broom, all are removable. So you can just have him as a regular snowman if you want. You also get the rabbit that's included. Now the cost of this set is $50, so it's not what I would say cheap, but if you're a big Frosty the Snowman fan, this is one that you will definitely want to check out. And again, this one is being offered as a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. Mezco Toys this past week put up for pre-order their new 1/12 collective DC Comics Batman the Dark Knight movie figure. So this figure has various head sculpts, including an unmasked Christian Bale head. You got multiple pairs of hands. You get a figure stand. You get his sticky gun. You get his general grapple gun with some grapples. You get batarangs, some bat grenades. So, from the Kristen Bale movies, if you're looking for a new figure to add to your collection, you might want to check out this new one from Mezco Toys for their 112 collective line. The cost of this one's about $125, and it's supposed to be released in June of 2026. And that figure is available for pre-order at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. For you Revoltech fans, we have a look at a new Amazing Yamaguchi One Punch Man Goro figure. I think that's how you say his name. This figure has not yet gone up for pre-order, but supposed to be going up this week, I believe, on September 9th. So I don't have any pricing information or anything. But again, if you're into One Punch Man, a new Revoltech figure is coming. And then also from Attack on Titan, the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Jaw Titan figure is available for pre-order. You can get this one at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And that one is said to stand about 4.9 inches tall. It comes with extra hands and a figure stand. And the cost of that one is about $80. And it's supposed to be released in July of next year. Storm Collectibles has announced several new Street Fighter Alpha 3 figures, including Akuma and Balrog. We also see from this teaser image that they released, shadowed out images of Cammy, Zangief, and Mika. So again, those are all coming for their Storm Arena line for Street Fighter 3 Alpha. And speaking of Storm Collectibles, Street Fighter Alpha 3, and pre-orders, I forgot to mention this in last week's recap video, but the Arena Nash figure has gone up for pre-order. You can get it at Big Bad Toy Store. The cost is $30. It comes with multiple head sculpts, 3 pairs of hands, somersault shell, glasses, dog tags, and a figure stand. So again, that one is available for pre-order now, and it's supposed to be released in early 2026. Super 7 this past week put up for pre-order a new Godzilla Ultimate figure. This is Final Battle Godzilla, which has LED light-up feature. So this you can get at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. It stands about 8 inches tall. It is not cheap. This one is going to cost you in the neighborhood of $110 to $115. Now, speaking of Super 7, this past Friday, the second week of the Target Geek-Out event, I already told you what's coming for the third week, but this past Friday, we got some Super 7 drops. So we had 2 deluxe ThunderCat figures with Lion-O and Snarf. These are toy versions. So there was a bit of a snafu on the Target website initially when these went up. They were both listed with prices over $300,000. And yes, that was up for like a good half of the day. If you actually added it to your cart, then your total was like over $400,000. I don't know if anyone actually tried to check out with those prices. I seriously doubt it. But I assume they would have actually tried to charge you set at that price. They did later correct the price to $34.99 each on those. Now, again, these are toy versions, deluxe figures, less accessories based on the original toys, not the cartoon. And then we also got Godzilla figures, a Godzilla 2002 and Destroya 1995. So, again, deluxe type versions for those two. So, all those, last time I checked, are still available on Target's website. And speaking of Super 7 and ThunderCats, if you missed out on the Ghost Jaga figure, the translucent one, it is currently available again at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. The cost of it is $64.99. From Tamashii Nations, we had several new figures go up for pre-order. So for you Kamen Rider fans, we have a new Shoma figure that's available for pre-order at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. This one is supposed to be released in April of 2026, and the cost of that one is $187. And that one's going to come with things like 7 interchangeable hands, an alternate facial expression piece, and an alternate stomach part set. So again, that's available for pre-order. Also having gone up for pre-order from Tamashii Nations, we have a new Dragon Ball Z set. This is Son Goku and Son Gohan, Kid, and Kintown figures. So again, available for pre-order now at our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store. This one's going to cost you about $177 and supposed to be released in May of 2026. So the Goku figure is going to have 3 alternate facial expression pieces, 3 alternate head parts, and 6 interchangeable hands. The Gohan figure is going to have support parts, a power staff, Nimbus Cloud, and Nimbus Cloud effect pieces. So Again, that set is available for pre-order at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. And then Tamashii Nations also announced that they're going to be doing a Son Goku Ultra Instinct limited Super Surpassed figure. This is going to be joining the Tamashii Nations line and their Tamashii Spot exclusive lineup. This figure captures Goku at the pinnacle of Ultra Instinct, transcending even his previous limits. That's all we have right now, just this one image, but more details should be coming soon. For you John Wick fans, we've got a new 1/6 scale figure coming from Hot Toys. They released these preview images this past week, so I don't have a lot of details on the figure. It's based on John Wick from the first movie, and I'm expecting it to go up for pre-order soon, and when we get more details, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. It's going to be a busy week. I will be back on Tuesday for you Action Figure Enthusiast channel members as we continue to celebrate my birthday month. We're going to be doing another giveaway. We did one last Tuesday, and we're going to be doing one this Tuesday for $100, at least $100 store credit. You can actually win up to $200 on this one. You do actually have to be there during the live stream for this one. Some of them you don't, but with this one, to claim the prize, you will have to actually be there during the stream. So it'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern time this coming Tuesday. We'll also be talking Marvel Legends, all the Marvel Legend reveals from the fan stream that will have happened at 11 a.m. that morning. I will be back, of course, on Wednesday to do a regular live stream video where we'll once again talk about that stuff. But again, if you're not an Action Figure Enthusiast channel member, you should check out the link in the video description below. I've got a lot of cool things planned for you. Again, it's my birthday this month, and we're celebrating every Tuesday with giveaways for you Action Figure Enthusiast members. Just my way to say thank you for just going that little extra mile. All right, guys, so stay safe out there. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. You can also think about becoming an Action Figure Enthusiast channel member. There's a link in the video description below with more details on that. Check out all the names of everyone who's already joined, scrolling down at the bottom of your screen. And for the latest in action figure news, be sure to head over to toynewseye.com, marvelousnews.com, JediInsider.com, and tformers.com. And remember, action figures are great!